My name's Aaron, welcome back to my channel. How are you? I am fantastic and I'm doing really well. Today I'm viewing Dolce Gabbana Light Blue in Terence. This is £42 for 25ml, £55 for 50ml, £85 for 100ml. The notes are lemon, apple, peach skin, marigold, jasmine, amberwood, cedarwood and musks. So the original I loved. I used to sit next to a girl when I was doing my A-levels. She used to wear this and I used to sit next to her because I couldn't, it was just like this smell, I just had to get him, just amazing. And I used to, this is one of the fragrances I used to wear, the original one. So I'm very curious to see what the Intense is. Do we have our fragrance samples? Are we engaged with a higher self? Let's get testing. I mean, I do love it. It's got that thing about it. Aquatic blue, sweet, projecting gorgeousness. So you can smell masses of dihydromercenol in this. This is the blue note mixed with this secondary blue note, the one I can never pronounce. It's like a quaxel or a quackle or something. There's hedione in it, masses of headspace in it, just masses. Linalool and elastate and other acetates in there to help give that freshness to it. This is fresh and invigorating. And what is interesting is that sort of bit in the middle, which I've always been quite curious as to what it is. And in my estimation, it's going to be a mixture of camphorous raw materials and wood raw materials. I would estimate it to be. And camphor is a really interesting raw material. It's, of course, we know it smells of mothballs. At trace amounts, it can help aid elevation massively, and she's got a lot of oriental fragrances actually, and that is the note that you're detecting, the camphor, mixed with quite a few wood aroma chemicals, which is lemon and some sort of peppery notes and wood and patchouli and all that is really classic and gorgeous and clean white muskiness. I don't think this smells feminine at all actually. I'm always astounded the way that companies will say this is for her. Because this, I don't, again, you know, it's one of these things, I don't know why somebody wouldn't like it. If you don't particularly like citrus, then you're going to hate it. But this, I think, is like such a unique smell to it. I'm really gravitating to it, and it's sort of the very clever way that all those citruses have been combined with acetates and camphor and super and clean white musk. Tartness to it, which is really delicious, and I'm particularly inspired. I feel like I'm stood on a hill, Italian Riviera, surrounded by lemon trees, looking out at the sea. I mean, that's really how I feel. Very summery, superb perfumery, actually very admirable to create something so unique and different with raw materials. It's very clever. I think that it's all sort of perfectly balanced, and I can understand totally why it stood the test of time and why it's really, really interesting. I think it's really delightful. It has some sweet fruit compounds in there to give that sort of like sweet, almost like peachy feel. So let me summarize this for you. You have masses of citrus, masses of blue notes combined with sweet fruit facets and explosive raw materials to drive the skin back to gain clean white musks and some animal notes. On to my final thoughts. I love this. I still love it very much, and personally, because of the juxtaposing the cleanness of the lemon against the camphor, against the sweet raw material, I think it's so clever. It's such a clever formulation, delightful, and it's just so clever and so interesting to me, a way to utilise these sort of raw materials in this actually. I'll go through my marks with you. Technically, it's brilliant, of course. It's going to comply massively. This is really safe, good perfumery. So this is safe and legal for you. The price, this is dead on the price. I mean, what is it, £58 for 100ml? Can't really get better than that, can you, for a fresh fragrance? Do I like it? I love it. But I think you would get bored of this. This would be a signature scent, and then you would get a little bit bored because primarily it is aroma chemicals and there's absolutely nothing wrong in that with some naturals in it. But it's so stable and so linear that I think you'll get bored of it. So I'm going to mark this an 8 out of 10 actually, because I do love it very much. But it's just, again, I think you're going to get bored of it. And I would love to see some interesting raw materials pushed into this to help give that morphing and changing energy, and it absolutely can be done, and that be done with the choice of musks, and but then the price will go up. But I don't think we really mind paying 30 or 40 pounds more for something that has a bit more interest and that acts in a different way upon different people's skin. This, you would detect it on people and you would know exactly what it is as a signature smell. You know it's light blue, but I think it is phenomenal, excellent, technical, brilliant. And as I said, the 2 marks come off because it's linear, and the very high marks are when it's either it's just linear and incredibly exciting, or it's sort of perfection. And I would just love to see some morphing and changing technology in there, and it can be done. I've done it with blood orange, that changes on people's skin. So I think if they rework some musks into this, it would be incredibly exciting. I do really love it. I might say 9 out of 10 because I just really love it actually. I think it's phenomenal, and the mark that comes off is because it's I'm picking at it. Actually, if you've never smelt this, I think it's better than the men's one. Actually, I think the men's one's a little bit too metallic for my liking, and this I think is more palatable. So I really think if you're a man, maybe sort of this light blue intense, even though it's aimed at women, I think is spectacular because it's clean. And it's not too metallic, and it doesn't smell like it's drying off. It hasn't got the awful acetates mixed with the terpenols to make it smell like a hydrochloric acid or electric. The manipulation of aroma chemicals is particularly astonishing, and I really, really love this actually. I think it's phenomenal. So I hope you love that review. Thumbs up and subscribe for more fascinating, interesting content. Lots of dancing hands and lots of reviews. I hope you're staying safe and well, and I'll see you soon.